That ending hit like a freight train, shocking, brutal, and deeply ambiguous. If you're still reeling from the White Lotus Season 3 finale, wondering whether it stuck the landing or left you hanging, you're not alone. Let's dissect every major moment, from Rick and Chelsea's tragic fate to Belinda's morally messy payday, and answer the big question: did this ending work, or did it leave us wanting more? Sound off in the comments. Was this Mike White's masterpiece, or should Season 4 give us proper closure? But before we get started, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Rick and Chelsea's doomed love story. From the beginning, their relationship was marked by an almost supernatural connection. Chelsea's warning about threes, the robbery, the snake, and finally the gunfight wasn't just foreshadowing, it was a self-fulfilling prophecy. Rick's arc was a brutal exploration of amor fati, Nietzsche's concept of embracing one's fate. But was his violent end truly inevitable, or did he choose it? When he confronted Jim, the man he believed killed his father, he had a chance to walk away. Instead, he pulled the trigger, sealing not just his own fate, but Chelsea's. The irony? Jim was his father, revealing that Rick's entire life had been built on a lie. His final act of violence wasn't justice. It was the culmination of a lifetime of misplaced rage. And Chelsea, who swore they were linked, paid the ultimate price. Their bodies being loaded onto a plane mirrors Seasons 1 and 2, but this time, it felt less like a twist and more like a grim inevitability. Was it powerful storytelling? Absolutely, but did it leave us emotionally hollow? That's the real debate. The Ratlifts. Tim's descent into desperation was one of the season's most unsettling arcs. Faced with financial ruin, he genuinely believed murder-suicide was a kinder fate than poverty, a chilling commentary on wealth's corrosive power. What made it even darker? His family confirmed his fears. Victoria outright said she couldn't live without luxury. Saxton tied his worth to his job. And even Piper, despite her Buddhist leanings, admitted she was addicted to privilege. Only Lachlan, who dreamed of tsunamis and saw visions of enlightenment, seemed capable of escaping the cycle. Tim's last-minute decision to spare them felt less like redemption and more like exhaustion. The real question, will this near-death experience change them, or will they return to their shallow lives? The show leaves it hauntingly open-ended. Belinda's $5 million dilemma. Belinda's comeback was everything we didn't know we needed. That showdown with Gary wasn't just a shakedown, it was poetic justice years in the making. When she recognized Tanya's suspicious widower living large in Thailand, she held all the cards. Take his dirty money to finally launch her dream spa, or blow the whistle and walk away empty-handed. Enter Zion, the real MVP, negotiating that ice-cold $5 million demand like a mob boss. But here's the kicker. By cashing that check, Belinda didn't just get her revenge, she became exactly what she hated, another privileged person profiting off Tanya's trauma. The ultimate White Lotus twist. She's now trapped in the same cycle of exploitation that screwed her over in Season 1. That check might as well have been signed in blood. Talk about full circle. Gaitok's moral crisis. Gaitok's story hits different. Here's this gentle Buddhist dude whose entire job contradicts his beliefs, stuck between saving lives and saving face. When Moo basically says, violence is nature's language. It's not just flirting, it's a test. So that fateful moment when he guns down Rick? Sure, he saved the day, but watch his face afterward. That's not a hero's relief. That's a man realizing he just paid for love and career with his principles. The cruelest joke, the system rewards his moral sacrifice with everything he wanted: the girl, the promotion, the respect. But that final shot of him staring at his reflection says it all. You can wash blood off your hands, but not off your karma. The White Lotus strikes again, another winner who actually lost everything that mattered. The Russians' role, chaos without consequences. Here's the infuriating genius of the Russian storyline. After all that tension, they literally get away scot-free while everyone else suffers. Valentina's crew pulled off the ultimate White Lotus heist, rich foreigners treating Thailand like their lawless playground, and guess what? The system lets them. Gaitok's choice to look the other way isn't just personal, it's a microcosm of how power operates. The Russians don't face karma because in this world, and ours, money and connections are karma. That lingering shot of them celebrating, that's Mike White holding up a mirror to our rage when privilege trumps justice. Maybe season 4 brings reckoning. Or maybe that's the point, some snakes always slither away. Saxton's quiet transformation, was it real? Saxton's journey was the season's sneakiest gut punch. While his family screamed about money, he quietly started questioning everything. Those final scenes say it all. The way he devours Chelsea's books like they're oxygen, how he watches her and Rick with something dangerously close to yearning. For a guy raised to measure life in dollar signs, this is revolutionary. But is it real? The White Lotus refuses to pat us on the head with answers. That lingering shot of him alone at the bar, genius. We can't tell if he's having an existential breakthrough or just playing enlightened rich guy for the night. The tragic beauty, even if it's genuine, his world will never let him change. Now that's luxury nihilism. That post-credit scene, what it really means. Okay, let's talk about that weird post-credit scene, because Lachlan's drowning vision wasn't in the ocean like we thought, but in a sensory deprivation tank. That changes everything. Was this actual spiritual awakening, or just a privileged kid LARPing as enlightened? The show loves mocking performative growth, looking at you, Piper, and this feels like the ultimate dig. Lachlan gets his "I saw God" moment, but in a $200 per hour spa treatment, not some profound near-death experience. Even his vision of 4 bald figures, monks, Buddhas, could just be his brain hallucinating from oxygen deprivation, so genius metaphor for fake deep rich people. Or a clue that Lachlan's the only one who truly changed. You tell me, vote below. Bold or unsatisfying? Here's why that frustrating finale was actually perfect. Life doesn't wrap up neatly, and neither does the White Lotus. While Belinda counts blood money and Gaitok stares at his promotion letter, the Ratliff's poison cocktails go undrunk and the Russians keep partying. This isn't lazy writing, it's brutal honesty about how change works, or doesn't, for the privileged. The genius is in what's not resolved. Saxton's book might collect dust. Lachlan's enlightenment could be a phase. And Tim, he'll probably still eye that whiskey decanter. This finale holds up a mirror to our own unfinished growth, and that's why it stings so good. The only real closure, we're all still obsessed. So guys, love it or hate it, this ending delivered the show's signature cocktail. 70% brutal realism, 30% wicked satire. No tidy bows, just rich people circling their karmic drains. The real question isn't, was it satisfying? But can we handle the truth? Mike White's genius, making us crave season 4 while still dissecting this one's mysteries.